So over on the other channel, the Inner Circle pull up in sports cars, do an action movie pose, and walk in. And I appreciate, I know they did, it's an update of the same thing. They got a plane in Charlotte at the airport for Flair to come, private plane for Flair to come off of with women. And Magnum TA rode a motorcycle through the streets of Atlanta for the first primetime TBS special. But didn't this just seem more posed and phony and egregious because they didn't really pull up to the arena in those vehicles or arrive in town in those vehicles? It was an obviously staged shot where they drove in separate cars and vehicles with Jericho in front and then got out and posed. So it just, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can pretty much guarantee whose idea that was.
Well, yeah, but why not make it like this is how we really do, fucking travel around instead of, oh, look at the cool shot that we set up for this movie we're going to make. Anyway, the first match was Adam Page and Max Caster, who sounds like a fucking character from your show of shows in the 50s. The rapper is witty, but I hate the shit to begin with. But he is at least witty. However, what the Page now Page is back to drinking beer instead of whiskey. So now he's not a sad drunk, he's just a fun-loving drunk. Is that what I'm led to believe? What happened to cowboy shit? Cowboy shit was when he was going to be the big baby face and the next champion, and then he became a sad, depressed drunk playing with children, and now I guess cowboy shit's been forgot.
Yeah, pretty much.
If Vince McMahon had wanted to push this guy, he'd be, by now, a fucking big star instead of a reformed drunk. Is all I've got to say. So Page jump starts it when he super kicks the heel's partner. So there's a jump start even on these cold matches. And then Page immediately, did you see this part, gave Caster 9 heads into the turnbuckle, and he didn't sell any of them. He just stomped his foot and held onto the top rope with both hands. It's like they're getting them out of the wrestling school in their first week. This is a guy that can do flips and flops and topes and Havacoronas and all this athletic shit, and he doesn't know how to have his head run into the turnbuckle. This is what... Folks, imagine if you were a fucking doctor and you went in the operating room and you saw the fucking heart surgeon trying to figure out how to open up the scalpel case. Would you have any confidence that he could fucking unclog that aorta? Caster went to drop behind on a suplex and fell on his ass. He can't throw a punch, so he throws those awkward forearms so rapidly that you can't sell them and none have any meaning to them. Page hit Caster with one of those sentons, which is basically Caster's laying on his back and Page just jumps up in the air and lands flat of his back on Caster and almost missed him. And Caster was not moving. It's gotten contagious. Page used to be one of the best talents in the company, and now he's as sloppy as the rest of these fucking guys. And I guarantee you it's because nobody ever tells... I'm sure Max Caster is a wonderful guy. But nobody ever tells him or these other kids, your basics are shit, you're rushing everything, your psychology is sideways. They go, oh, wow, that move you did, or the dive, or the backsplash, or whatever. They put them over for how great they are, instead of saying, no, obviously you went to a fucking screwy training program, or you didn't listen, or nobody gives a fuck anymore, but we do. Work on your basics, don't hurt anybody before you start cartwheeling. And then Page, in a match with a middle card guy, cold match, he's out on the floor doing balancing spots on the guardrail with this guy. And the corpse referee, again, stupid and feckless, As a matter of fact, what's this guy's name? Rick Knox?
I believe so.
Feckless Knox. Sounds like a character in Blazing Saddles. Feckless Knox is his name from now on. He's watching the outside action. He's watching the heel partner interfere. He don't give a fuck. At one point, Caster got a chin lock on Paige's forehead and struggled to get that on right. They fought on the apron forever in front of the referee, took a goofy apron bump that they've all got to, and then, this was one of the best parts, as Paige is motionless on his knees on the apron of the ring, excrement says, Paige headed up to the top. And then he got up and went to the top. While he's on the top, the heel partner distracts him. So he's staring at the heel partner, and Caster went to jump up on the ropes to superplex him off, but missed the fucking jump and had to jump up real quick a second time. Nice save. But meanwhile, Paige just went with the superplex. He looked like an idiot. At this point, they say Max Caster is the number 2 contender for the title. Has he ever won a match, a singles match on television? Has he had a singles match on television?
I think maybe, because I feel like lately we haven't seen him team up with his partner, but I don't know if he's been in 6-mans or he's been singles. It all just happens and I don't remember, and also we don't know what he does on YouTube.
Well, nobody else does either. So then finally, Paige gets Caster up for his finish, the fucking thing where he, like the wheelbarrow Alabama slam that Holly used to do, except he drops the guy on his head. And there'd be a lot of negotiation going on to get me to take that anyway. But nevertheless, he's got the guy up on his shoulders. He's got Caster up on his shoulders. The heel partner slides the boombox in front of the referee for Caster to get while he's up on fucking Paige's back, but Paige gets it. And then the referee grabs it and takes it away from Adam Page. Like, well, you can't do it. It already should have been a disqualification. He just saw the fucking partner slide the thing in the ring. That's a disqualification. You know what they call it when they don't call a disqualification when an object or a person comes in the ring, but they don't touch somebody? You know what they call that, Brian? Lazy booking. So anyway, referee watches. Paige gets the boombox and takes it away from him. While the referee turns to put the fucking boombox out, the heel slides a chain to Caster, who wraps it around his fist and nails Paige, gets a 2 count. They are letting the middle card guys have false finishes with foreign objects over one of your top baby faces in a cold match on television. I'm dying here. Just find people that have never done this before. They would do it better. Caster misses an awkward elbow drop off the top rope. The heel foils the buckshot lariat by Paige right in front of the referee. The heel partner grabs his leg, but Paige luckily backflips off the ring and mostly misses the heel partner, and then hits the buckshot lariat on Max Caster. 1, 2, 3. Paige is now retrogressing. Except that he went to AAA, maybe just AA, and got off the whiskey and back on the beer. What are your thoughts on this fucking abortion?
My thoughts on the match are it was sloppy. I really didn't like it much. They really have done nothing significant with Adam Page since he lost to Kenny Omega. The Dark Order stuff isn't working for me. I have nothing else to add to this.